Good morning, stamping friends. I am Corinne Braxton, and today is March 8th, 2022. So let me just take a minute here and see if I can find myself on my iPad, and we'll see if things are working this morning. And please join in. Okay, that looks, oops, well, let's see what's here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I see myself. Oh, thank you, Linda, Kathy. Good. I'm glad you girls are seeing things. I got to turn off the volume. Oh, thank you, Linda, Kathy. Good. I'm glad you girls are seeing things. It's so funny. You have to remember to do a gazillion things before Facebook Live. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You are so sweet. I don't have anything with that cinnamon cider brown color we have, but I do have this scarf, and we are using some of that color today, so that's why I have a scarf on. It's 80 degrees here in Florida, but I'm not wearing the scarf just for the video. So anyway, good to see you this morning, and I have lots of fun projects, but we'll get to those in just a second. I just have to tell you, while people are joining in, my two sisters that are still here, they fly out tonight. My other sister, Kara, left this morning at 5 a.m. to fly back to Wisconsin. Oh, it's pouring snow, Kathy, in Montana. Oh, my husband is back there. He's not having probably the best weather week. My three sisters, Carla and Chris and Kara, have been here for the last week, and they go home tonight, except Kara left this morning. She's my youngest sister. Hey, Patty, good to see you this morning. And we've had a great week. We've gone to the swimming pool every day and have loved that. We can't go this afternoon because we're getting some new furniture, and Terry says I have to be here. Hey, Munch, good to see you this morning from northern Montana. And so anyway, we've had a great time. My poor sister, Carla, has been in excruciating pain, hip sciatic nerve pain, and we took her to the emergency room. We called the clinic here on the island. We took her to the emergency room in the next town, taken her to the chiropractor. We've had x-rays, and she's flying back tonight. Hopefully she'll make it, and she's on all kinds of medicines that aren't working. She still has horrific pain, and anyway, she has appointments tomorrow with her doctor back in Wisconsin. So anyway, I've really enjoyed having the four of us together. We really had a good time together. And now let me just talk about a little bit about what's happening, and then we'll flip the camera down. So be sure you keep commenting so others can find us for a little bit. Hearts, thumbs up, anything. Say where you're from. Hey, Cindy, Garfy, you're still in Colorado, I'm thinking. Good to see you this morning. And let's see. We have a good special going on this month, and I think people really don't think too much about it, but we have not the big shot, it's called the mini cut and embossed. Do you see how light it is? This is my bad rotator too, so I can even lift it with that. It's pretty neat. It's very, very light. I used it last week. It's just a sweet little machine. It's 20, has these little plates like this. And it is normally $60, and it is now $48 for this month of March. Savings are in bloom. And then we have we have, I don't know how many sets of bundles. They're all in the big annual catalog. And then next year, if they continue, they will not be bundled. So it's important to get the bundled products now while there's still 10% savings. So, and of course, demonstrators get even more. So if you join my team, then you get that extra 20% too from Stamping Up. And you get like 40% off. Anyway, all of these bundles are 20% off. So if you like the What's Cooking bundle, it's normally $51 and you get it for $40.75. The Pansy bundle, normally $57, now it's $45.50. It's just really a super deal. So, and that, if you travel, this is a good little machine to take along. I like my big one better, but I like this mini one, and I use it for small things. Small things, or if I need an extra one in class, if I'm doing in person. Seem to have a little hair right there. I only have 2 of the bundles with me here in Florida. I go back to Montana in 2 weeks. Hey, Carla, good to see you there. I know you're down in the kitchen here in Florida, and along with my sister Chris, and they'll come up at the end. So I have 2 bundles that are on sale that with me. Seascape, love it. I used it quite a bit a couple weeks ago. And then the Artistically Ink. This is probably one of my all-time favorites, especially these dies. I use them a lot. I use this Happy Birthday. I know this is all backwards because when I turn the camera down, it'll all change. I use that Happy Birthday. It's almost like my go-to. And the Thanks, super. They're just good sets, and set those over there for the minute. And oh, thanks for the hearts up. Carolyn is here. Oh, good to see you, Carolyn. I bet you're enjoying the snowy weather in Montana, but maybe you're wishing you'd go back to Georgia. I don't know. I'll set the catalogs on the other side. Don't forget, this mini catalog is going on until the end of June. So, and then we have our main catalog. But ladies, this catalog ends at the end of April. And that's April 30th. So that is the end, I believe. And then we get a new catalog in May. So that's that situation. So, okay, we've got lots. We're going to do pocket cards today. So I've got lots planned, and we'll get to that now. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera down. So close your eyes if you get a little dizzy. And we'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. This is just to help me organize. Today we're going to be using this die set that goes with these 2 cards. Amazing Thanks are the dies. I love them. I know you say I love a lot of things, and I do. But I really like these, and I'll show you how those work too. This one, we're going to be using this paper. And do you see how this works with the bolder underneath, the bolder outline, and then the smaller? We are going to be doing, this is some of that designer paper. This is about a 10-minute card. I just cut, that's the paper with perspective in that DSP. And those little butterflies. So, okay, let's start now. And we are going to be using a lot of different stamps. So I'm going to show you, we'll start with the Honeybee, and that's the DSP. So I'll pick those up, and we're going to be starting with these 2 sets of stamps. And the DSP is this one, Hearth and Home, and it is a beautiful set. Every single one of the designer papers has that gray and white wood grain, so it's a very useful one. I will hate to see this one leave, and they always retire things. And then this color that we're going to use, this cinnamon cider, and this is the closest I have to something brown, but that cinnamon cider is a retiring color too. So anyway, so these are the sets we're using. This is a mega set in our mini catalog, and it is, let me see, I'll show you what page it's on, and then we'll begin our stamping. It is on, it's called Heart and Home Suite, and it's on page 58, 59, 60, and 61. It's a 4-page suite. So it's a good one. I like it a lot, and I've used it quite a bit too. So, and these are the dies, but I like to keep them this way. Okay, we're gonna start, and we will start with our piece of paper, our parts, and I'm going to pull those out of my envelope, and let's see what's here. Maybe I can get that so you're not seeing that black thing so much. Tighten that up a little bit. Hey Caitlin, good to see you this morning. Okay, we're going to get these pieces out of my envelope, and got sort of everything spread out. Here are a couple cards I made with this pattern, with this pocket. These are easy. You've maybe made pocket cards if you've been in any of my in-person classes. These are like, it goes like this. I haven't made them maybe for a year, but I really like them a lot. So, oh, hey, Priscilla. Good to see you this morning. Anyway, these are the dies that go with that other Amazing Silhouette set. Anyway, so this is how they're made. Do you see how this is loose right here? These are, you know, I'm just tying them together with ribbons or with glue dots. So we're going to put those together and I'll show you how that goes. We're going to take a piece of designer paper and we're going to score it. I'm going to just see if you can see it, what I've done here. I think I might have zoomed in. It's 10 1/4 by 4 inches. There we go. And scoring it at 1 by 5. So let's bring in my, I've closed the door and now I'm getting really hot. Okay, here's my, hey Lisa, good to see you. You're still helping your sister, aren't you, in California? So sorry that she's going through all that with her son dying, or he's in hospice. Okay, we're gonna score at 1 inch right here and 5 inches right there. And then that's it for the scoreboard. And I use my trimmer if I'm only doing one card. If I'm doing several, which I was doing, I made several, I use the scoreboard. So now what we're going to do is just fold this card up like this, and then this comes down. Use your bone folder. I'm going to definitely use my Take Your Pick tool today, so my sister Chris learns about that one. We sent her to find my Take Your Pick tool last night, and it was really quite a challenge. So today she's going to learn that while she's watching us. I've got 2 bases. So this is the part of the card, and it's just so fun. And I love my sister. I'm not just teasing, but I hope she'll learn what Take Your Pick tool is by the time I finish today. Okay, and so the base of the card is different. It's just a single layer, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And which one do you think do you want me to use? And that's the DSP. This is the base right here. I'll write that on there like that. Okay, should I use the gray like this? Or do you like the papaya? You tell me, type in what you like, gray or papaya. And I am going to, let's see, once here, what else I have? I've already done the envelope. Here is the envelope. So which one are you liking? Papaya or gray? Type that in. This is the envelope. I really love using designer paper. That's probably my preference for doing an envelope, but you could easily stamp on them too. Papaya. Let's see what else we have. I like both colors. Let's see, what else we have here? Gray, papaya, gray. Oh dear, gray, gray. Okay, I think we'll just use gray just because we can't wait too much longer and waste our time. But I want to, well, it's not that it's really wasted, but we'll use the gray one. So this is just this is just a 1/4 sheet of, you cut it down the middle and of the 8 1/2 by 11. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to sort of do the little cheating method that I like to do. I don't like to wrap, oh, I lost my Scotch tape here. I don't like the knot when you tie it all the way around like this and tie it in a knot. It's a little bulky. So my favorite way of doing this is by just Scotch taping it. Or you can use your tape runner too. I sort of prefer my Scotch tape, but you can do whatever you'd like to do. I'm just going to tape this down like this. Then I'm going to trim it. You can leave it on, and then you can still sort of slide it a little bit. There we go. Now I can attach it to that gray. So we're going to seal out, stamp and seal. Just like that. Okay. Isn't that gray pretty? That, there we go. And now if I want to take my, if I want to put a knot on it, I just slip that under like this, and I'm going to just tie my knot. There we go. And now I'm going to just hold one side down and pull it tight. That'll be a nice flat knot. And I'm going to use my ribbon scissors here and snip the ends. I always like to have one pointed up and one pointed down. There's no hard and fast rule to that, but that's sort of the best look. Okay, we are getting, this is very fast. And now we have our white inside piece. And it is, look, I've got two of them here. The white piece that goes right in here. There's not, I didn't use any glue on the sides. So it's 3.5 by 4 3/4, just like that. And isn't that cool? So we'll just put that right there, and you could, that's our card, and we will, let's see what I have here. I've got got a bunch of things here. Oh, I'm going to show you some. Here's another card I did with that same thing. I'll put that right there and show it to you in a minute. Okay, let's see what's here. Okay, we have, I want to use this flower that's in Blessings of the Home, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I'm going to put that right there, and I have a gray, I have a little dish. This is one of our Stampin' Up, I don't know what they're called. It's the top of our stacks, you know, where I put my blends or my ink pads. This is just the top, and I like putting, like, I die cut a lot of these. So I am going to, first of all, we're going to choose which one to use. So I did think ahead. Usually I don't. I mean, I think ahead, but I don't think about putting that adhesive sheet on. And this time I did. So I'm going to take my pick tool, and, you know, it's got that piercing end, so I just peel it off like this, and it's got the adhesive on it. It's so slick. And I can take my poker right there and poke those out. And this is the bottom layer. So we're going to, since we chose that, you chose the gray, we're going to use that gray right like that. Let me just check and see if you're seeing everything okay. And now we need to put something inside, and let's see what I have. Let's see, I already have, I have the same color gray. We don't want to do that really. We have the dark green. That's really not quite right. Let's see once. I probably don't even have one. Oh, I do. Here's something that'll work good. I cut a bunch of colors, so not really sure what we were going to use. And this one will work just perfectly. It's the Pear Pizzazz. And I did put that adhesive sheet on there. Thankfully, I did. And so I'll take my Pierce tool, and I'm going to just pull that off. I just put the tip of it in, and then I just pull it like that. You know, you can buy that adhesive. It's on in our annual catalog. It's on the same page with all of our adhesives. And it is not very expensive. I don't know how much it is. Maybe someone will look it up for me in your annual catalog. But it's at the back of the catalog, and you know, that amount of adhesive sheets will almost last a lifetime, a long time. But isn't that pretty? So that's Pear Pizzazz, and that's what I used in coloring that. But how did I do that? Okay, I'll show you the stamps. And let's get our stamps out now, and I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to set that right here. Okay, and get my, oh, here's that Honeybee Hive is the stamping the embossing folder that goes with this. Mine's a little bent up for some, I don't know, I think I must have used it at a stamp camp or something, but it's a great set. I didn't use it today on this. This Blessings of the Home. I'm going to show you how you do this stamp right there. Okay? And I'm going to set this right here and bring in our Stamparatus. And this is how we do that. Put my tools away. Okay. So I like to do swaps, and I like to do when I'm mass producing something. This is what I do. It works super. I use my Stamparatus because you can die cut. You can die cut all of these because you can die cut 2 pieces of paper at one time. And I'm going to put my stamp set right under here. Let me see if you can see this really well. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, maybe you have to see that. Okay. Zoom out. Now I'm going to put one of these pieces that I already die cut. And so when I cut my first one, I saved it. This is my template. And I just put that on there. And now I stick it in like this. I'm going to poke out that little piece. And we'll see how carefully I placed it. We don't know yet. I'm going to put just a tad of adhesive right there. Sort of holds it in place. And we'll see how we did. And if we have to move it over or not. So then I'm going to ink up my stamp pad like this. Looks like it's a little black right there on the ends. And we'll just see how it's going to work. Press it down like this. Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And then it turns out like that. I'll show you that one more time. So I'm going to take one of my die cuts that I did ahead of time, many at a time. I think I made 25, not this card, but another card using this flower. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and this is a very time-saving tool if you don't have one, and there's another one, so now I have 2. And you can just go on and on and on. And then I always just save my template and put it in my case like this. And then here's the bigger flower template. Do the same thing. And it's really a slick tool. And it's toward the back of the catalog. I don't know what page it's on. But anyway, I have that same flower all die cut and colored for you, so you don't have to watch me color it. And I think I'll just put it on like this. And we will use some of our stamping dimensionals. Let's see once here. All my tower of blends to tip over. I'm going to use, and you know, this is the way it should look. Whenever you color with your blends, it should soak through the back. That's the way you want it to look. That means you've used them properly. So I'm just going to put those in. Put a few dimensionals here. And one more right there. And then what I like to do is just take my snips here, and I like to just get a little tiny one right there for the stem. I'm going to take my pick tool. I'm going to get it off of there. Now I've got the end. I'll put it right on there. Now I'm going to use this to take my stickers off. So I'm poking them, poking them, poking them. Okay, Chris, are you getting the idea about the take your pick tool? Okay, now we're just going to put this on like that. And our card, I think what I'll do is do one more stamp. I'm going to stamp something on this. And this is from the Windmill and Tulips one. This is a nice, we're just going to, I don't want it at the top of my card, but I'm going to put it at the bottom. So when they, so we'll do the basic, we'll stamp it in gray. It's just a nice touch on your card, and you can sign it. You could put it above too. I don't know. So we'll just use, we'll put it right here. There it is. And I need to get my little chamois out, my little wet chamois, and just clean that off. And now it's clean. You just soak those in the water. That's one of the best things Stampin' Up! Ever came out. This one's cut in half. So I use them cut in half lots of times for if I have a class in person. So everyone has one. So now this goes in like, let me see, like this. So it just fits in there like that. Or, you know, if you wanted it on top, which I did not, it would look like this. You would have a little bit of writing sticking out. But I sort of wanted it down in the bottom. Now you could also put a mat around this, but you know, it's not, we don't want to get too over the top. I think it's good the way it is. So like that. There's one of our cards. Here are a couple others. This one is a green one. This is garden green. Like that. And I'll write these directions out later after I'm done with the video. So here it is with the same, with thanks, with a different color. Do you see how different that is? This one's gray. I think it's nice that many of you chose the gray because it gave this a little different. I didn't even think about that. So this one is the B paper, but different backgrounds, base cards. Now we could have done the bumblebee too. I have some of those cut out. And then this was the envelope for those. And here is another, this one I did too. I used that purple posy. And this is from the dies too. You are amazing. And let me see what's, so for example, when you're using these, I have to tell you, a couple of weeks ago, Terry I asked him to go to the hardware store and to get some register covers. Well, the place that he goes every day didn't have any because it's hot down here. Most registers are in the ceiling. But look, here's the thanks, and then the other thanks. The skinny one, it goes like that. So that's how it works. And then you can cut off the S on the thanks too and make it do thank you. But I did not. But I did do this one. You are amazing. And then I didn't know what to put in there. This is one of the Making Memories and More cards there's a whole pack. It's beautiful. They're beautiful. And then I put one of those flowers on there, and there's a little space to write. Use those dies that we have. And it goes in there like this. Now this time, you see how I did not use a ribbon? I don't have any purple posy ribbon here in Florida. I have lots of it back in Montana, but I only brought a few things. And I'm just, it really forces me to use whatever I have. But here you are amazing. And it could be any kind of a card, but that's sort of fun. And this is the frayed white ribbon that we have in our mini catalog that you can, I don't know, it's just sort of fun. Now, let me just, before we go on to the next card, let me show you something else. Like on this one, again, you could flip this down and make the card like that, or you could flip it like this and make the card gray. But then you have to think about that band. You have to make sure that the flower. Now these flowers doesn't really make any difference. But do you see how easy this is? This is a great way to use your designer paper. Okay, I'm going to put those aside now. Oh, and I did try some things with the doilies that we have that come with this too. And I punched out the center of the doilies, and I thought, oh, this would be sort of fun with the bee, some bees on it. I didn't like it all together on the card, but I think I have some fun ideas left with these punched out pieces. I used a 2 1/4 inch punch, which we don't carry in the catalog anymore, but I hope they'll bring some punches back in the new catalog. Hopefully they will. So we're going to set that aside. And that is the, I think think that's a great set. If you don't own that Blessings of Home and the bee one, it would be a good one to get. Next, we are going to do the windmills, the flowering fields. Oh my goodness, this is some of the prettiest paper you can ever buy. This particular one is my favorite. This in the back is very neutral. Clouds. Here's the one with purple posy and heather, and that's a darker purple. This is my second favorite piece right here with a sort of a line, and I like that a lot. This one is neat. This polka dot one, it's really granny apple, but real red works too. This one's really pretty. The tulips and the mango, and this one like that. I just finished a windmill and tulips card class. I think I have one kit left if anyone is interested. So those were sent out already though, but anyway, that's finished. So here's what we're going to do next. So here's our envelope already decorated, and I have my piece right there. We will see how we might even make 2 of these. Well, we might try that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, first time we are going to our 4 inches by 10 1/4 scored at 1 by 5. And I've already scored it. So here is the 1 inch. You can see it a little bit right there, and the 5, I can feel it. So I'm going to pull it up like that. I had to make sure I was careful so that those flowers are facing up. So it goes like this. And let me get my bone folder out, crease it really well. And we're going to do another one out of the purplish colors. This is Posy. Posy, is that what it's called? Yeah. It's in color. So here's our base. And yeah, it is called, oh, that's Blackberry Bliss. I think I might have, where do I have that purple? Anyway, we have Highland Heather, and here it is, light purple. This is light purple Posy. That is correct. So that's what the color is. And here is our designer paper for that, all already scored. And now we need to choose a color for that one. So here's the envelope for this one. Isn't that pretty? Those envelopes are simple, simple, simple to make. It's a good way to use up your paper. And let's see what I have cut for this. I did the purple Posy. And now you're going to have to tell me what you like on this one, okay? And do you like the red, which is called what? What is the red called again? And the evergreen is the dark one. The red one is the poppy. Poppy is just a little brighter than real red. So that base, do you think we should use the green, evergreen, or the red? Both of them would be fine, absolutely fine. And which one do you think? Let me see if I can find some, lost my comments here. Okay, let's see if I have to, oh, poppy. Who else? What other color do you like? Oh, poppy. See, I'll give you another second. I have already done the thanks. Do you see that? It's could go like that. It would also work just like this. What do you think? Poppy or green? So far, I think I've seen many poppies. Okay, we will go with poppy today. So put that over here. All right, so taking a screenshot, maybe do another card with that one. And okay, and now I don't even have any, well, I do have some ribbon. I should say that. I have some wonderful ribbon. It is I have a little strip of paper. I could use that paper right there like that, or I could use the ribbon like that. I think I'll use the ribbon. So, okay. So I'm gonna use my Scotch tape again, take the ends, and that is basically what is holding it together. I have no adhesive on the sides. No, I guess you could, but you really don't need to. You know, these are perfect for gift cards or money or cash, whatever. Nice, would be nice for Mother's Day. You could put a gift card in. So, okay, we're going to put it on the poppy. Too bad I don't have a little bit more poppy right there. Okay, so we're going to put this. So when you're, I better get my silicone mat handy. And, you know, glue will not stick. Any kind of glue will not stick to the silicone mat. That's the beauty of that. Okay, let's see how this works like that. Let's see how we're doing as far as staying in focus and not, somehow today, things are falling down a little bit. So, there we go. And now I'm going to put a little bit of that ribbon, just a little bit of, I'm going to slide it underneath. And now I'm going to tie a knot again. Look, my roll is way across the table, so it doesn't make any difference. You don't use as much ribbon if you keep it on the spool. I'm going to hold that one down, and I'm going to pull the other knot, the other ribbon end. And then that's how you do it. It's pretty easy to do a flat knot if you remember to hold it. That's the key, holding one end down. Okay, and I think the card is quite busy. We don't really need any decorations up there. This one I've not put any adhesive on, unfortunately, so I'm going to use my Tombow green glue. So let's see what's here. And you just need a little, it's pretty, that thicker one is pretty easy to do. You don't need a lot of glue. You're just getting a little bit, goes a long way on this. And I'm going to use my tweezers. I don't like to get my hands sticky. And I'm going to put it on like this, but I like that red with the poppy. That looks neat. So there we go. Isn't that pretty so far? And now we're going to put our piece in. That's 3.5 by, what is that? 3.5 by, here it is, 3.5 by 4 3/4. That is 1/4 inch smaller than the mat that we use on the inside of our cards normally. So that's pretty good, like that. And I think I'm going to, should I stamp the, I think I'll stamp the, let's see what's, it says thanks, so let's see what I'm going to use a different one this time. This one is, I'm going to use the thank you. This is sort of one of my go-to sets. This one is Sunny Sentiments. I like it. It's in the annual catalog. I have no idea what page, but I like the birth date inside. Thank you inside. Thank you for all the little things you do for your big heart. This is nice too. I know we've been out of touch, but I think of you more often than you know. That's nice. It's just a good set, and we're going to use that today. It's a red rubber set, and we'll stamp that in the poppy. So I have some poppy, and this time, if you wanted to, I could stamp it so you see it, or you can put it down here. We can see what you think. I'll do it on the top this time and see what you think about it. It's pretty wet and juicy, and there we have it. And they can slip it out. A little it gets covered up, but you get the idea how that works. And there's the envelope for that one. Looks nice together with that. I'm glad many of you chose that one. That's a good thing. And either one would have been just absolutely fine. Let me get this is pretty, this red is such a, any of the reds are, they don't stain the red rubber so bad. They really stain on the photopolymer, so get that cleaned up. And that is all done. Oh, I need some butterflies. We need some butterflies. Let me see, where do I have those? In here someplace. And we're going to do one more. We're going to do the purplish ones. I don't know where I have my, I have the butterflies someplace. They are someplace here, and they will definitely show up because I had a half package of them. I'm going to set that right there. And now we're going to do this one really quickly. We're going to have made at least 3 cards. So we're going to put it like this. And on this one, I'm going to use that little piece of green that I threw over here. Where did I throw it now? Let me see. I had it, and I thought we're not going to use that, and now we are. Let's see. Where did I put that? Oh, here. It's at the bottom of the basket. This is just a little strip, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of an accent like that, and because I don't have any types of Highland Heather or purple type ribbons, so I'm just going to do a little bit of Tombow on there, pick that up and put it across like this. So I'm going to, sometimes when you cut those things a little longer, it's good because then you can always flip them over. See how it didn't stick to that? And you can cut it from the back, and it'll be a good clean cut. And oh, my hand is sticky. But I am going to use some glue dots to keep that tight now. So we're going to put it like this. And you see how it still flaps open. So I am going to use some glue dots. And you know what? I was really thrilled stamping our glue dots now. This is an old pack from last year. But now the glue dots are on the inside. So if you have bought, and that's how most of mine are, but I found hidden behind some of my clutter, I found a roll of old ones. And what I'm going to do is take my pick tool and pick up a couple of them like this. And I was so thrilled. I was so thrilled to find a package of those because I really like when they're on the roll. Because lots of times then what you normally do is you take it like this and you just, or your trinket or your embellishment, you put it right onto the roll. It's a little harder. It still works fine and it's this way, but I was really happy to find an old one. Okay, there's that. And I think I'm going to tack this down too. So I'm going to just take a couple more of those glue dots with my take your pick tool and put one on there and another one right there. And now that's all set, and that is going to hold that all together. And let me see once here. We seem to have lost. There we go. Well, thank you, Lisa. Thanks. And I had to make sure this pattern was going up because you don't want to have it upside down. We need a piece of white. So let's see what we have here. Same 3.5, and we're just gonna we're going to not slip it in there because it's a little, with those glue dots I didn't go close enough to the edge, so let me just make this a little smaller. I'll just take off a hair with my trimmer and it'll be just fine. I think should be fine. I don't always have my paper trimmer handy. Okay, that works fine. It's a little tight, but it'll work okay. And now let's see, what do I have? Here's this. Okay. Oh, it's underneath my silicone mat. So we're going to take, I'm going to take this, thanks. We're only going to use one layer this time. So again, this one's going to be a little bit more fussy to get that that glue on there, because this is the skinnier one. You can just dot it, doesn't need much glue. Just like that. Just dab it on a little bit, like that. And it won't be long and we will be done with this. So we'll have made 3 cards. Close up your glue right away. And so let's pull this up like this. And the only thing you have to be careful is you don't stretch it to make it get crooked like that. There you go. Now, can you see that now? Now you can see it. I think I was sort of off the camera a little bit. I'm going to show you how to make a tulip with the, let's see what that is. The flowering tulips, and these dies are like this. There's a stem. There are all kinds of, they're not so hard really. They look a little bit more intimidating, and they're really quite easy. Do you see this? We're going to, do you see how the, this is from that marble paper we had at Celebration. And what I'm going to do, oh, I didn't cut the middle part. Oh, shoot. Yeah, anyway, anyway, this is the tulip. And then you stick in the middle piece that looks like this. And you just put it in. You can turn it over and do the darker side if you want, maybe like that. And you just take your glue dots again with your take your pick tool. And what I like to do is I make a little ball almost with my glue dot. And I just give it a little dimension. You know, I don't want, a dimensional is too much. So you just put it on there a little bit rolled up, and it gives it just a slight dimension. And then I'm going to put this piece, I'm going to put that one on a dimensional, take my pick tool. I'm going to just take two of them, sort of roll it up like that. And then I'm going to put that at the very bottom. I'm just going to take it off with my fingers like that. And I'm going to just slide that inside like this. And that shows a little bit because I used a little bit too big, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to cut that a little bit. And there is my tulip, and here it is in the darker version that I made ahead, but it gives it a little bit of a pop. And which one do you like, the darker one or the lighter one? Darker or lighter? I sound like an optometrist. Number 1 or number 2? 3, 4. I always feel like I'm failing when I'm doing those eye tests. Which one, lighter or darker? Which one do you like? Oh, thank you. They are pretty. And now I've cut these, I don't know which, the color and contrast, I think it is. And that's a little bit big, but I sort of like it on the other hand too. So I think what I'll do is, let's see, I'm going to glue that on with my, you can just use your seal, and I'm going to put it on like this. It's going to be too big, so maybe I'll just tuck it underneath like that. And then I'm just going to put it on, maybe what I'll do is put dimensionals. That would be a good idea, I think. So put some dimensionals along the bottom and let the top sort of hang loose. Take your pick tool to grab those off. When you're doing this, I like to keep my hand close to that little piercer. And I used to love our old piercing tool that we had a couple years ago, and I was really sad when it retired, but I love the take your pick tool. Okay, let's see what you said now. Do you like the darker, both, darker. Oh, I think we're going to use darker on this one, so we'll just do that, like that. Maybe I should have had some leaves cut out, but I didn't. But it'll be okay if I don't too. So we're gonna use the darker one, and I'm just gonna use my tape runner. There we go. And we're gonna put it like that. And now this is loose on top, so we can get our card out. Thanks, like there, down there. And I think we will stamp on it. We're gonna stamp, this time I'm gonna stamp on the bottom with my gorgeous grape, and we're going to do the same. Thanks. I think I'm going to do this one. This one is You Are a Real Blessing to Everyone Around. That is from this set, from the B set, Blessings of Home. That's the set right there. It's just a really nice set, good vertical one. And I'm going to put that down here on the bottom. And there it is. I like to use a little bit darker, so I use the Gorgeous Grape on that. It's just a shade deeper than Highland Heather. Highland Heather is a shade deeper than the Purple Posy. That's how that works. So we put it down here. And then that tulip that way is still V, and you can tuck your money in there, or a gift card, or a recipe, or whatever you want. Here's that, and there's the red poppy. So which of those do you like? Now, my sisters are going to come upstairs in a minute, and right now, in fact, they can come upstairs, and we will say hi to them. And ladies, don't forget to take advantage of these 20% off things. Where did I put my thing now? And I'll show you that now that I'm turned the right way. Which did you like better? Did you like the purple one or the red? They're both really pretty neat, I think. They're very pretty. For a nice thank you. Now, don't forget about these Art Gallery, Beauty of Friendship, Celebrate Sunflowers, Garden Wishes, Hydrangea, Pansy Patch Bundle, Quiet Meadow, Seascape. That's the neat fishing one. I love that. I need to use that again. Sweet as a Peach, Welcoming Window, What's Cooking, and Wildcat Bundle. Those are, oh, there's one here on the other side. It was on the same side as the Stamping Cut Machine. And the All Squared Away is another one that's on sale. Actually, I have this one, but it's in Bozeman, Montana. So, okay, let's flip the camera around. And, oh, thank you, ladies. You're just all so sweet. I really appreciate all the comments and the participation, helping me out. Thank you. Come on in, girls. So, and yeah, come in. And thank you so much. My sisters are coming in to say hi. My sister Kara's already left, so she's not here. But and here's Chris, and Carla's going to come right here on this side. There's Carla. Say hi.
Hi, you guys.
And Chris is over here.
Hello.
So you stay right here, Chris. You're good. Here, we're going to look at this camera. So, yep, there we are. Oh, thanks, Jeannie. I'm glad you were able to watch today, too. So this, thank you, Priscilla. She's saying you girls are cuties. So, yeah, we have some good pictures. Oh, thanks, Patty. We have some really nice pictures of all four of us together. The other night, we all wore something with black and white. And we got our neighbor just happened to be riding past on her bicycle, and she took a great photo of us. I think it's the one I maybe posted on Facebook. And anyway, thank you so much for coming today and watching and participating. And thank you again. And I will see you next Tuesday, same time. Alrighty. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.